There's a serious calmness about him, the kind that unnerves opponents before the first whistle even blows. He doesn't get too high, he doesn't sink too low. He isn't replaying mistakes in his head, nor is he obsessing over the future. He's simply there, locked into the moment. And when that presence of mind is combined with talent, the results are devastating. Because a player who has mastered both skill and mentality is not just hard to beat, he's almost impossible to stop. That was Kobe Bryant's essence. The calm before the storm, the Predator's stillness before the strike. Imagine being a rookie point guard in a meaningless preseason game, trying to shake free of defenders. Suddenly, Kobe Bryant picks you up full court. Defensive slides in your face, bumping you, wearing you down, even though the scoreboard barely matters. That was Steph Curry's reality in his first taste of NBA life. He turned, and there Kobe was, refusing to let him breathe. Slide after slide. Contact after contact. Curry admitted he was exhausted. He finally launched a 30-foot shot out of desperation, and somehow it fell. But Kobe's response wasn't anger, it was a little tap, a subtle acknowledgement, like a master humoring a student. It was never just about the score for Kobe, it was about sending a message. Basketball was war, and he treated every possession like life or death. That's why Kobe's shadow still lingers over the league. Every generation since has copied his blueprint. Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, all Kobe disciples. They studied his footwork, memorized his mentality, and tried to carry that aura into their own games. Today's players don't model themselves after Steph Curry, despite his accolades. Nobody's building their game on off-ball sprints and motion offense. They take Kobe's ISO fadeaways, his jab steps, his relentlessness, because that's what endures. Steph Curry, of course, has his case. 4 rings, 2 MVPs, the greatest shooter to ever live. He changed the game in ways nobody thought possible. Teams shoot 53s a night because of him. Kids pull up from half court like it's normal. He turned gravity into a weapon, drawing defenders 30 feet from the basket. He mastered the system, and in return, the system elevated him into immortality. But that's the point. Curry is a system player. Kobe Bryant was the system. Kobe walked into an NBA era where the lane was packed, defenses were brutal, and hand-checking was still legal. He thrived against Tim Duncan's walls, Kevin Garnett's length, Dwight Howard's prime strength. These weren't stretch fives hovering around the perimeter. These were giants waiting at the rim. And still, Kobe averaged 25, 5, and 5 for his career, racking up 12 all-defensive team selections along the way. 12. Compare that to Curry, who has 0. None. It's not even close. Teams hunted Curry in every playoff series, dragging him into pick and rolls, forcing him to defend. Nobody hunted Kobe. They feared him. Even when you played perfect defense, it didn't matter. Ask Grant Hill, who once guessed right, contested the shot perfectly, and still had Kobe bury a 3 in his face before slapping Alvin Gentry on the backside on his way back down the court. That was his cruelty. He didn't just beat you, he reminded you that your best wasn't enough. 7 game winners in one season, 81 points in a game with no spacing, no gimmicks. Just willpower and skill crushing everything in his path. Meanwhile, Curry's iconic finals runs come with asterisks. In 2015, Andre Iguodala won Finals MVP over him. In 2017 and 2018, it was Kevin Durant carrying the load. Curry wasn't even the best warrior on the court in the biggest games. Kobe? In 2009, he dismantled Orlando with averages of 32 and 7. In 2010, he fought through injury against Boston, ripping out the Celtics' heart in Game 7. No debate over Finals MVP, no questions of hierarchy. Kobe was the alpha, and here's the uncomfortable truth. Steph needed Kevin Durant to conquer LeBron James. Kobe didn't need anyone to validate him. Shaq was dominant, yes, but after Shaq left, Kobe proved himself again with Pau Gasol and a new roster. Different teammates, different era, same assassin. Curry's entire legacy has been under one system, with one coach, surrounded by the same core. When Mark Jackson coached him, he was a nice player, fragile, injury-prone, exiting in the first round. When Steve Kerr installed the motion offense, Curry became legendary. Coincidence? Or proof that Curry needed the system as much as the system needed him? Kobe built himself from the ground up. No shortcuts, no gimmicks. He spoke of no plan B, because plan A was everything. That mentality rubbed off on his disciples. Kyrie recounted how Kobe asked kids at a camp what their backup plans were. When they answered, Kobe dismissed them. He never had one. It was NBA or nothing. That mindset bled into players like Tatum and Booker, who still carry his words etched on their sneakers. Be legendary. Curry inspired chucking threes in pickup games. Kobe inspired careers, lifestyles, entire philosophies of living. The sneakers tell the story too. The Kobe brand quadrupled in sales after his passing. His shoes are the most worn in the NBA. Curry's Under Armour line barely registers. You don't see stars choosing his gear to channel greatness. They lace up Kobe's, because every night they want a piece of that mentality strapped to their feet. Even KD, Curry's own teammate, gave it away. When asked to choose between Jordan and Kobe, KD said Kobe had the wiggle, the three ball, the technical mastery. He picked Kobe. And when asked about pure hoopers, Curry's name didn't even enter the conversation. That silence spoke volumes. Fans debate efficiency and analytics, pointing to Curry's true shooting percentages. But context matters. Curry thrived in a league with no hand checking, freedom of movement, and defenders stretched thin by spacing. Put Kobe in this era with today's soft rules, and he averages 35 a night without breaking a sweat. Put Curry back in the 2000s where defenders could grab, hold, and knock you down every possession, and suddenly those ankle injuries and off nights look a whole lot worse. Isaiah Thomas said it plainly. Curry wouldn't have averaged 20 a game in their era. Even in the Olympics, the contrast was clear. Curry needed the system, the perfect setup, the chemistry. Kobe? He cleared out and dominated. He didn't need plays run for him. He needed the ball, and that was enough. Kevin Durant admitted Kobe was his idol. Even LeBron, when asked to draft his all-time team, skipped Curry entirely and slotted Kobe in his forward spot. The hierarchy among players is obvious. This isn't to diminish Steph. He is transcendent, the greatest shooter the game has ever seen, a man who forced defenses to rewrite their playbooks. But his impact was limited to how the game is played. Kobe's impact was about how the game is lived. Mamba mentality isn't just basketball, it's life. Executives study it, athletes in other sports model it, fans chant it. It's bigger than percentages, bigger than rings, bigger than systems. And that's why, when the debate comes up, the answer feels so clear. One man needed the perfect machine humming around him. The other was the machine, oiling himself with sweat, powering himself with obsession, and carrying teams with nothing but iron will and bottomless skill. Kobe Bryant wasn't just a legend. He was the standard. So when fans ask who was greater, Kobe or Curry, the answer isn't complicated. Curry is an all-time great, but Kobe Bryant? He's basketball perfection. The complete player. The ultimate competitor. The assassin. The Mamba. What do you think? Is Curry's revolution enough to put him above Kobe? Or does Kobe's complete dominance and legacy still stand untouched? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the legends of the game.